23 years.
Wow.
Yeah, half of my life. So.
Okay.
Hello.
And I think we know each other also 20 more than 20 years.
Hi everyone, I'm Natalie Davis and I will be the MC for this live interview today. Welcome to VIV Talk series, which we will have interview with industry people from livestock, aquaculture and food industry. This is the live interview from Siam Square Zone at Hall 101 by Tech at VIV Asia 2019. Now we will start with, may you introduce yourself please?
Yes, my name is, hello?
Yeah.
My name is Cortenbach. I'm working for the Heus, mainly in China, but I also do technical support for the Asian countries where we are active, like Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, Myanmar, Cambodia.
Okay, and we have another special guest here as well. Please introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, I'm Ma Chong. I work for the Association of Animal Science and Veterinary Medicine of Chinese. And I also work for Boya Communication. We do the consulting business to do the market analysis and the industry study to make the report to support the industry development.
Okay, so today we will have several questions to ask our very special guest here. So we will start with the first question. How is the current situation of the livestock at market in Asia or in your country contributing to your business?
I'm from China, so yeah, according to the statistic last year, and all the output of the meat and egg is keep increasing, and for the milk output is a little bit decreased, and I think the total supply is make the balance in between the supply and demand. And last year, I think the key issue is the African swine fever. It's really hit the industry, and we already see a lot of farms, they lose their livelihoods and meet some problems, and they are thinking about the measures to level up their biosecurity and transportation and the trying to make the supply enough. But I would say it's still a very difficult time for China, the big industry. Maybe Yang can make some input about this.
Yeah, yes, the biggest worry in China is at this moment the African swine fever, and not only for China. We start coming in China, even Mongolia, an empty country, does already have African swine fever. Vietnam is now hit, and I'm very afraid that sooner or later it's coming to Thailand, to Cambodia, Myanmar, other countries in Southeast Asia. It's not, is it coming? It's more the question, when is it coming?
Yeah.
And yeah, that has a big influence on our business. I think pig population in China is figures are between 10 and 20% less at this moment. And of course, that we as a feed producer producing also 10 to 20% less feed for pigs. On the other hand, poultry is picking up. People shift to eat poultry because pork in some provinces is very expensive. Poultry is cheap, and we're making also poultry feed. So it balances a little bit, and poultry prices are very good in China at this moment. So in that way, well, there is some shift, and I think it is not only China. It's affecting the whole world because China has a shortage of pork. Well, even the rest of the world cannot supply enough pork to make the shortage in China. That is some issue. So it will influence prices in United States, in Brazil, in Holland for pork meat.
Okay, so let's move on to the second question. Which main trends do you think will have a big impact in the industry in the next few years?
Well, one of the things what I think has influence is now the trade issue with United States and China. The soya beans, we have 20% extra import tax. China proved that we could do it without United States. We buy soya beans, China is buying soya beans from Brazil, but also some government regulations had to focus on other protein sources. They make the soybean price in China lowest in history at this moment. So interesting is to know now, or what will happen if the ban will be abolished. Is China going back to buy United States soybeans, or are we now without United States and affecting the whole soybean world? Because 60% of all the soybeans in the world are going to China. So this is a very interesting thing, and I think this is something what we will see in the future, that we are going to depend less in China from United States soybeans.
And I think the technical innovation and the business model you choose is very important, since will impact the industry. I think especially to the Chinese market. So just like Yang said, for the soybean importation, actually we already have some solutions technically and prepared for several years. So nowadays we meet some problem, and then we can implement all those measures immediately. So I think the technical innovation is very important. And second one is the business model. So you choose the right business model according to the circumstance in China, and the fit to the trade partners, the business partners. I think it's very important.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, when I might add something, one of the things what, especially with this African swine fever, is picking up in whole Asia, is biosecurity. How to prevent your farm from entering this disastrous disease. And a lot of small farmers will, unfortunately for them, have to stop farming because they cannot apply all these kind of things, but the bigger farms will survive, and immediately getting not only free of diseases but also having a much higher production in the near future. That is then a bad thing, a good thing happening when something bad happens, like the African swine fever. But I'm pretty sure in the coming years we will see bigger farms picking up much better biosecurity and a much higher production.
So that's why we have to come here to VIV Asia 2019.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. And the third question, how many times have you joined VIV Asia, and why do you find it relevant for your business?
Well, I think I'm coming here for the last 20 years, every year.
So you're a big fan of VIV Asia?
Yes, it's very important for us. Here we make the contacts, the networking, we meet everybody without traveling to all the countries. The suppliers from China, from all over the world, we can meet here. And that is, I think, very important for us.
My first time to VIV Asia is 2003. And after that, every time I will come. So I think it's a very professional, and always show you something new technically, and you can meet all your friends like Yang and me, and we every time we meet here and the others. So I think it's a very good platform for us, for the business people, and the involved all this animal production sector.
Because everyone who's like involved in the business are here to like make contacts and make business together. So it's a very good event for people to come.
That's right.
Yeah. And the last question, if you had to describe VIV Asia in 3 words, what would they be?
I would say big, important, influential.
Wow.
Okay, I already say 2. It's a professional, innovation, and the third one is Thai. So I think, I haven't got the Thai this time, but I think the high level people, they will meet here to find something new. That's very important.
Okay. Thank you very much for our special guests. Okay, so thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day and through the 15th of March. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
You're welcome.
much. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.